welcome to your February 2021 reading. I'm excited to get into it with you guys, and as always, if this message doesn't resonate, make sure you're subscribed as I post your videos weekly. So while this one may not, pertain to you, the next one might. And then of course look up your, sun, moon, rising, moon, especially if you're looking for something a little bit more emotional. So Virgo, we are going to start with your Spirit Animal Oracle deck. We're going to see what your overall energy for the week is. It will give me a better idea of, just sort of how to take the reading, and then I will pair that with our Moon Oracle deck to just get a full idea of what to expect this week. So thank you guys for everyone who has liked and subscribed. I do this for free, so it helps to know that it's getting out there. And then make sure that you guys leave me a comment. I love to see comments from you guys. So let's get started. Okay, Virgo, your overall energy of the week is the Cougar, which is assertive. Awesome. Okay, so the message is, in silence you find power, claim your leadership role and take action. You know where to go and what to do. You have the courage and confidence to succeed. I'm going to show that one more time. Sorry, there's kind of a glare on it. Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to set that one kind of off to the side right there. So I want to pair this with your Moon deck, Oracle deck, and then I can kind of know what direction to take this in. So any messages for Virgo in our Moon Oracle deck, Spirit, if you would. Okay, I want to get about 2 more if we can, if they feel that there are 2 more for you. Okay, all right, I'm going to give this a couple more shuffles. If not, I will just take the 2. There we go. Okay, so your Moon deck energy for this week is, play is my pathway to joy. And then we have, let's see, I'm going to move this up a little bit. I feel like we're going to need a lot of room. I forgive and let go with loving ease. And then lastly, we have, my community is supportive, loving, and active in the world. Okay, Virgo, so we have that assertive card come up. We have the joy and play card come up. We have the community, and then we have the forgiving card, the letting go card. So a lot of assertiveness comes with letting go, right? I mean, you kind of have to let go of these ideas you have of yourself, of these ideas you have of the world, of the people that surround you. So I really think that's kind of what they're getting at here. The overall energy that I'm feeling intuitively from this Moon deck card is we have purple in the middle, we have reds and pinks on each end. I think what this is saying is that while you're healing, we have healing over here, you're gonna have a pensive time right here. Why am I doing this? Why am I healing? What am I healing from? What lessons do I need to learn? So I see a very intellectual conversation that you're having with yourself through this healing process, and it's possibly of doubt too. It's not long-lived though, because we still end with healing. So allow yourself to feel all those feelings, to question everything that you want to question, because really at the end of the day, it's just going to help you heal. It's going to help you realize why you're doing this in the first place. So let's see what we have on the tarot decks. We're going to start with this Marseille deck right here. I want to see any messages for Virgo this week, February 2021. Any messages for our Virgos out there, Spirit? Thank you so much. All right, what does the Marseille deck say? Oh, they all want to come flying out. I'm not going to take all of those. I'm going to take those 2. They wanted to come out. Woo, nope, not all of those. I will take these 2. Okay, I'm going to give this one last shuffle. I'm going to see if any remaining messages want to emerge. Okay, there we go. Pretty cut and clear. All right, so what we have is we have the Knight of Swords in reverse position. What else do we have for you, Virgo? We have the 4 of Wands in upright position. Okay, get this all organized so I can see what we're dealing with here. Okay, and then we have the 8 of Wands upright position. Okay, couple of wands so far. We have the 5 of Swords in upright position. We have the Hermit in upright position. And then we have the 7 of Cups in upright position. Okay, so upright and reverse doesn't necessarily, as you guys know who know tarot, it doesn't necessarily mean anything when you get a lot of one or the other. However, in this situation, I am going to take us starting on a reversal and having the rest of the cards as an upright to mean that things are starting to get more stable and balanced in your life. So we are coming from a phase of, I don't really know what I'm doing. I don't really know what I want. Like, I know that I'm healing and I'm working on myself, but I don't really know exactly what I'm healing from or even what the end game is. Like, that's the message that I'm getting is you're like, I know I'm supposed to be working on myself. I know that I'm supposed to be finding an answer to something, finding something new in my life, but I don't really know what the end game is. I don't really know what's on the other side of that rainbow. But I'm so proud of you guys for continuing to work on yourself, even though you're not sure where it's going to end. I mean, that's pretty incredible. So in this confusion time that we're talking about, this Knight of Swords in reverse position, Virgo, I feel like you've separated yourself from somebody in the past year. So this isn't necessarily like immediately immediately recent, right? So it's recent enough that it's in the past year, but it's not necessarily that this happened yesterday. Could be for some of you, as this is a general reading, but either way, you've separated yourself from somebody in the past year. Could be a romantic relationship, a friendship, it could even be a business partnership. Somebody that at one point you were so excited to have a life with that now it has been taken away from you. Either you or the other person has ended it, but you're starting to see that that was for the better, because look at all these cards that we have coming up in the meantime. So, you know, deal with that confusion, deal with that loss, but at the same time, we have a lot of good things coming, whether it was your decision or not. So you're coming out of this place of, I don't really know how I feel about this person leaving me. I'm feeling a little bit better than I did when this happened, but you know, I still miss them. I still miss, or even like the person I was when I was with this person. So what you have waiting for you on the other end, I want to talk about these two wands right here in upright position. It's interesting that they came right after each other and right in front of a sword. I'm going to talk about why. So the wands are all about like intellect, spiritual journey, like self journey, learning about ourselves. So with this Four of Wands in upright position, this is sort of like a paving your own path card. So we talked about that assertiveness with the Cougar card. I think that right now you're starting to feel that power within yourself, that you're kind of letting go about what people think about you. You're kind of letting go about your old expectations about what being successful, what being happy, what being wealthy was. You're kind of starting to realize like, wow, you know, maybe this job is really good for me, but I'd be happier at this one, and that's more worth it to me than the money, just as an example. So there's a couple of things that could be going on there. I am definitely, I do feel like a Gemini energy. So it could be that the person that you separated from was a Gemini. I'm not exactly sure. I'm just, Gemini keeps popping in as a message. So disregard that if it's not a Gemini. For some of you, I think it is. So with this Eight of Wands in upright position, really what we're talking about here is like self-transformation, really focusing on yourself, really trying to figure out what Virgo wants. That is the most important thing that you guys are going to come to figure out in this next week, is that, you know, I know what other people want from me. I know what the old me wanted from me. I know what this person wanted from me. I know what this Knight of Swords in reverse wanted from me, but when I really sit down and think about it, what do I want for me? When I sit down and I'm alone with myself, what version of myself makes me the happiest? So now Virgo is a really, 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 really good time to be a hermit. That's why this Hermit card came out. Now is a really good time to sit down with yourself, you know, close yourself off from those people, even people who mean well, even people that you love that sort of inadvertently put these expectations on you. Now is a good time to remove yourself from that, go into your hole and just figure out like, who am I? What am I? What do I want? What is important to me? Because really, you have amazing things waiting for you on the other end. I do see love coming in. The thing with this lover that's coming in is that they can't really appreciate you until you are who you're meant to be. You may not even meet them until you're this new version of Virgo that you will eventually be. But you need to work through that yourself. You need to appreciate the person that you are. It's kind of the best way that I can describe it. With this Five of Swords, I'm definitely feeling like a little bit of a competitive nature. So there could be competition at work. You could feel like you're like not winning, right? Like that phrase comes to mind, is you could feel like even to a sense like, you know, I'm not winning in life right now. Things have fallen apart. Like, I understand what you're saying, Marin. Everything seems fine, but I don't feel like I'm winning right now. I feel like life is a competition and I'm in second or third place. I think what Spirit is trying to tell you is use that competitive mindset to certain aspects of your life and let go of it in others. Humanity is not a competition. Work may be. Sometimes love life can be, but you as a human being with other humans on this earth will never be a competition, because everybody's so different that it's like apples and oranges. You can't compare. I think that you are going to win this battle. So for some of you, I will say this doesn't pertain to everyone, but for some of you, you could be competing for someone that you are like kind of have a crush on or in love with, or even like a significant other. There could be a little bit of a competition coming your way as far as that person, but I see good luck with it. I do. If you're competing and you want somebody to choose you, Virgo, I kind of think that you're going to win this. I think you're going to win this game. So this 7 of Cups is really good because, okay, how do we kind of explain this? It's a love, and I'm not even going to say that it's divine. I'm not even going to say that, you know, I don't think that this is somebody that you have met. I think that this is somebody new. I think this person will challenge you, Virgo. I think this person will at first seem like a lot, because they're going to challenge you and make you question, and you're going to be like, wow, they're really difficult to have a conversation with. That's what I'm hearing. But at the end of the day, they are going to help you be the best version of yourself, and you will appreciate them later down the line. This is going to be a slow moving relationship. I don't see it happening super duper fast. I see it being a very slow burn relationship, and that is perfectly good, especially if you guys are coming out of a past relationship like we talked about. If that Knight of Swords in reverse position is a past relationship, then I think moving slow is going to be really good for you guys. So I want to just clarify some messages. I want to see if Spirit has any other messages for us to kind of go through. I do want some clarification on that 8 of Wands. Can I get some clarification on the 8 of Wands, Spirit? Clarification on 8 of Wands, Spirit, if you will. Okay, here we go. I'm going to see if there's any more clarification on that. Okay, I'm going to give this one last shuffle. Okay, so clarification on the 8 of Wands is we have this, let's see, yeah, we have this 6 of Wands in reverse position. So here, I'll show you the card. It's got a rainbow. So normally the card is like this, right? Rainbow on top. It's kind of like raining down on these wands. This is the opposite, okay? So I think what this is saying is that with this transformation, you kind of have to think of it as like the other way around. You kind of have to flip your perspective. So let's just use this as an example. Let's say that somebody has recently hurt Virgo, and you are thinking of all the ways that you would have done things differently, what you would have said to them, how you would have told them off, you know, just for instance. And instead you need to look from that person's point of view. Not that you have to understand it, not that you have to agree, but you have to figure out why that person was coming from that place so that you can heal from it. So this is more saying, like, flip your perspective. It's sort of like a hangman. Figure out how other people viewed situations that made you upset. If that's what you're hung up on, is trauma from other people in this healing, if that's what's stopping you. You don't have to understand, you don't have to agree, but you can try and just like figure out how somebody got to that place that maybe doesn't really make a lot of sense. So I just want any other messages to come out. I'm going to take this one. I'm not going to take those. Okay, any other messages for Virgo to clarify on, Spirit? Any other messages for Virgo, February of 2021? Let's see if we have anything else that wants to come out. Okay, I'm going to give this a couple more shuffles. I do feel like there's 2 more cards in here. They just don't want to come out. Let's see. Okay, any other messages for our Virgos, February of 2021? Spirit, can we get 2 more cards? Okay, I'm not going to take all those, but I will take the first 2 off the deck. Thank you so much. Okay, let us see what we've got going here. I knew that this one would come out. Honestly, this is the one that I thought would come out. I'm surprised it didn't come out earlier. So we have the 3 of Swords right here. We have the 5 of Cups right there. This one is in reverse position. Okay, put this off to the side. Okay, and then we have the 10 of Cups in upright position. Here we go. Okay, These cards are a little bit confusing because the artwork is sometimes upside down, which makes it kind of hard. Okay, and then we have the 7 of Pentacles in upright position. And then what do we have here? We have the 10 of Wands in reverse position. Okay, so we kind of went through this one. I don't really know exactly where to start because they all sort of go together. So let's start with the tens, okay? So we have the 10 of Wands, the 10 of Cups, and what's interesting about this is like this is always a cycle ending. It's interesting that it's the Wands and it's the Cups because here's what it's telling me is that this cycle of working on yourself and kind of transforming yourself to the person you want to be, you're almost done with it. And I think most of you know that. I think you're like, yeah, I'm kind of almost at the end of this transformation. Like I feel like a new person. You're right at the end there. You just have to work through some of this trauma we talked about earlier. But I really feel like you guys are well on your way to being done with all of that. Same with whoever broke your heart, Libra, or Virgo, I apologize. Whoever broke Virgo's heart, you're kind of starting to get over it. You're kind of ready to get back out into this dating game. I feel like this whole like bad luck cycle with love is about to end, but it's also a bad luck love cycle with yourself. So it's like, it's kind of like a full circle moment for you guys. It's like with this 10 of Wands and this 10 of Cups, you're learning to love yourself in a way that you never thought possible, while simultaneously finding a love that you never thought was possible, which is such a great, like, I don't know, they just go perfectly hand in hand like puzzle pieces. And I'm really excited that you kind of get to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, if that makes sense. So I think that the other thing that we kind of have to talk about is with this 5 of Cups in reverse position, I know that there's this fear that's like, well, you know, I may like somebody a lot, but you know, I've been on dates and they haven't worked out. And obviously like I was in love with this person, it didn't work out. And you know, I wanted things to go differently. That's just going to happen again. There's going to be that fear in the back of your head that's like, am I just going to get hurt again? Like, am I just kidding myself? Should I just remain being single because it's easier than getting hurt, because it's easier than getting bad news? I don't think that any of that is going to happen. You guys have to realize that you're still healing a lot. This 3 of Swords is that even with all the personal transformation and healing, like you guys are still not there yet. And that's okay. You can be a transformed, healed person and still be really sad about some heartbreak when somebody put those 3 knives into your heart. So you're kind of bonded to this hurt right now, kind of until you meet this person and really see things the way that they are, really see what love can be. But it's okay to acknowledge that you're hurt and you're still heartbroken, and then still realize that it's not going to happen again. You know, like you have something better. I mean, the 10 of Cups is divine love. You guys, this is divine. Like this is somebody's going to come into your life and make you really happy. This is just a happy relationship. So don't think of it as like, I can't be heartbroken, I can't be wounded over this last thing. It's okay to have those fears, it's okay to have that hurt, just don't let it stop you from going on to the next thing. So 7 of Pentacles is that if some of you are thinking about switching jobs, if some of you are thinking about investing, now is a really good time, Spirit is telling you. So this is like the long-term investment card, but it has a huge payoff. It is so much better than the other Pentacle cards, in my opinion. This isn't fast money. This isn't easy money. This is like long-term, long payoff, big payout money. This is investment card, okay? So make sure that you guys are paying attention to what's available to you. You know, if there's a 401k at work, if there's a bond that has matured that you can cash out on, do that. And also realize that if a job opportunity has presented itself to you, this is probably a good investment of your time and your energy. So I want to get any follow-up messages about, I really want to get messages about love life for Virgo with this Bluebird deck. So can you tell me what kind of love is coming into Virgo's life, Spirit? I'm not taking reversals. Okay. All right. I want to see one more. Okay. There we go. Okay, so what love life we can expect from Virgo is Clover. Love it. We have Garden. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I just get really excited when those 2 cards come together, especially. We have the Bear card, and then we have Birds. Yes. Okay. What does this mean? What this means is that this is the type of love that you're going to want to be very protective of. So that could be what this kind of Five of Swords is saying, is there might be a little bit of jealousy that you have to work on with this person, because I can tell you're very protective of them. Like, you really like them. They might be a little bit wounded just like you are, which is what helped bring you two together. But you're very possessive over this person, which is not necessarily a bad thing unless you take it just too far. But yeah, you want to protect this person. You want to protect this love. This person will probably feel very protective and possessive over you as well. So I do sense like a hint of jealousy if you don't keep it in touch, but that's okay. With the birds, it's like, you know, head in the clouds, la la la, like we're happy, we're singing. It's a bright, beautiful, sunny day. That's kind of what you feel like with this person, is that you're just like, you know what, they make me happy. I wake up and I'm happy. They make me want to get out of bed in the morning. They make me excited to do stuff that I don't normally want to do just because I like being with them. They make me happy. So with this garden, this clover card, not only is this good luck right here, the clover is just straight up good luck, good fortune, things are going to work out, it's going to be great. The garden is also like building a foundation with somebody. So all of these seeds that you've planted working on yourself, you know, you've kind of put them in the garden then walked away. When you meet this person, you'll notice that your garden has completely flourished. You'll notice that, like, oh my gosh, all of my crops are here. Everything's sunny and wonderful and beautiful. That's what you can expect from this person, is that they're going to help you get to that point. On top of that, you two will continue to grow the garden together. This is another investment, sort of like with that Seven of Pentacles. This is an investment that you're taking with this person. This person is willing to grow with you. They're willing to work with you. They are in it 100% because they want to work on themselves too. This is a great partnership, Virgo. This is somebody who really, really cares. Like I said, could be a Gemini that's coming in, and it could even be a Leo, but I'm excited to see what happens next week, especially because I think we have some career movements coming next week, Virgo. So I will talk to you next week. Thank you so much for coming to Healthy Tarot, and